What's up, everybody? It's Meech. You're tuned into On the Radar, where we cover health, fitness, and tech. Currently, as you can see, I'm trying to straighten this out. Currently, as you can see, we're reviewing the Feelworld F6 Plus. This is a 5.5-inch 4K touchscreen monitor for your cameras, DSLRs, all that good stuff. Now, this thing has a lot of features. There's a lot of cool things about this, so I'm going to get into this and try not to make this too long. So, first thing, let's look at the monitor. This is nice. So, if you're wondering, saying, wait, didn't you just do a review of the same monitor, the Andy Cine? Yeah, they're actually look very much the same, right? That's because they're actually the same exact monitor. So for all those that don't know, a lot of times you'll see reviews on YouTube and you'll see Andy Cine and Feelworld, and they'll link them together basically, but nobody seems to know the difference. I actually reached out to Feelworld, and the difference is Andy Cine gets their products from Feelworld, original equipment manufacturers. Andy Cine basically buys the Feelworld monitors from them, and they just stamp their name on it and they run with it. That's actually pretty typical in a lot of different industries, like the auto industry, sometimes the garment industry. So it's a typical thing. Some people are not aware of that, but that kind of clears up the confusion. It is actually the same monitor, the same body type. It's the same thing actually, just with a different name. So, but Feelworld is the originator, and Andy Cine buys their models from them. So it just clears that up, because I know I'm not the only one that was thinking and a little confused by that. So thanks to Feelworld for clearing that up for me. The screen is very bright, it's very crisp. This thing is light. It fits on top of your camera very easily. It comes with an L mount bracket. So as I said, you can mount it in all these different ways. Where your flip screen would come into play. So for instance, if you had it mounted this way, and if you're vlogging, and you got to turn the camera around this way from the front, you turn it this way, then you would use the flip screen to flip it around so you can have the screen, the viewing angle the right way. So that's the versatility of it. It does not come with a battery, so you have to get a battery or a DC plug. You have to get something to power it up. This has the HDMI to HDMI micro, so this will fit cameras like your Sony cameras, but it will not fit, for instance, my Canon camera. So I have to get a whole other wire for that for the Canon cameras. I happen to have that, so I'm going to show you guys. It also comes with a hood screen, the windscreen, all this good stuff. That's it. Let me show you real quick how this would work, your L mount bracket. As you can see, it screws in very quick and easy. You will mount it like this, and it goes in real quick. There you go. And now also you have a mount right here, so you can put a light, a microphone, anything like that. And it fits really cool on top of your camera. It's not too heavy. You can vlog. And again, like I said, this L mount bracket allows you to flip it around. So if you're in front of the camera, if you're vlogging, you can flip it here. Let's see, that's kind of the issue though. To keep it real with you, you have to be careful once this is on, because if you're not careful, it can pop off. So that is something that you just have to be careful when you're moving this thing around. So ideally, the way I like to handle that is, if I'm swiveling it around, I kind of twist it around, make sure it's still tight. So that's kind of like a con of this L mount bracket. For as good as it is, you have to be careful when you're swiveling it around. If you're not careful, it comes loose very easily, and it could even fall off, as you just saw. So you have to be careful. I'm going to show you a different type of bracket that you can get for it that might work a little bit better. But this comes with it in the case. It's cool. Just be careful. This takes 3 different forms of power. So you can use the Sony batteries. These are the NPF batteries. You can pop this in on this side, and it takes the Canon batteries on this side. That's very cool. It also, as we're powering up, you can charge it into an outlet. There we go. The green light, that means it's powering up. So as you can see, once you get that green light, it powers up pretty fast. It doesn't take too long. And that's cool, because a lot of monitors take kind of a long time to power up and can be very annoying. Your battery release button is right here. Press it, slide it out. Let's pop this Canon battery in. Let's see. As you can see, you get your light right here. And let's power this up. Green light. Powering, see, comes on real fast. So you see you have your DC out. You can plug it into a wall, power it all day. You don't have to worry about anything. The SD card is for preloaded LUTs. You can pop this in and, put it in there. So it's cool. This doesn't have a speaker you can put in your headphones. Now, this is the 3/4 inch threads. So you can mount this here, you can mount it here, and you can mount it here. So you have 3 different mounting options, which is very cool. So that makes it very, very versatile depending on how, what, where you need to mount this monitor. So also you have your HDMI in, HDMI out. Now that is big because you have your HDMI in, okay, that obviously is to your, goes into the camera, and that's how you get it to work. But you can do the HDMI out, so you can plug it to an additional monitor. If you have another one of these monitors, you can have one behind the camera, one in front of the camera, one closer to the subject, so that you can see from behind the camera and in front of the camera. You can also plug it to an external monitor, a laptop. You can plug it to anything, so you can have basically multiple viewing screens. That's very, very important, especially for what I do. I use that a lot. You have your menu here, which is good. You have a scroll menu if you don't want to use the touchscreen. Now look right here. You press the power button right here. You can turn the touchscreen options on. You can turn the touchscreen options off. If you swipe right here, this controls your volume. Volume up, volume down. Very easy. This side gives you your backlight. Backlight up, backlight down. Very easy. Now, if you tap twice, you can control the inside menu, the internal menu. So you click here, you get stuff like your histogram, autofocus, auto media, zebra, monochrome, all that stuff, false color. Here you get the marker, center marker. You can change the center marker to yellow. Here is for the flip screen. If you want to flip the screen around, if you want anamorphic, the video aspects, all this different good stuff. Your LUT import, your color temperature, your brightness, contrast, saturation, all that stuff. Then your volume, transparency, all that stuff. Backlight, firmware updates. Your audio meter, you can leave that on or off. I like to have it on. If you want to use the scroll wheel, you can also access your functions. You see that? So it's versatile. You can use it as a touchscreen. You can turn the touchscreen off. You can just pinch to zoom in. And the cool thing about it is you can move it around to exactly where you want. So it's very versatile in that way. You can make sure, you can check your focus in that way. Zoom into whatever point you need to zoom into. I want to show you guys how to power up your camera and monitor using this dummy battery. So I'll leave the link in the description for this one. There are different ones, like if you have a Sony or a Canon. I have a Canon, so this is the one for this. Pretty easy to put in, but for some reason, whenever I'm on camera, it acts up. Okay, so there we go, really quick and easy. Let me put this on real quick. I recommend checking out this vlogger mount by Andy Cine. I prefer this over the L mount bracket that they give you. It's just a little bit more versatile and more convenient. And I'll show you why in a second. So let me put this monitor on, screw it in. There you have it. So this is cool because you can swivel it around. And it's very versatile. You can swivel it, you can angle it, bend it, do all that good stuff. Now we're gonna cut on the camera so you can see. So let me move this out the way. You can see, make sure we're focused. See that? It's on. Now look, so you can see what I see. This is both running the monitor as well as the camera by just this battery. It's kind of a mess. Bear with me. But as you can see, it's just this one battery. So if you had the Canon battery, you have this Sony battery, or if you had, you can plug it into the outlet, you can just power both. And especially if you're recording inside, this is really, really valuable. You can plug it into an outlet and you can just run both your camera and your monitor all day. You don't have to worry about anything dying. You don't have to worry about checking 2 different batteries frequently and worry about something going wrong. So it's very, very convenient, very, very cool. So you may say, okay, this is a lot of wires and it looks really sloppy and messy. Well, I usually have this tied up a little bit differently, so it's a little bit neater, but also usually use smaller wires, which you can find different smaller HDMI wires online. I just couldn't find them at the time. I just grabbed the first one I could find. And then you have the, the wire for the dummy battery. You can also wrap this around, but that's pretty much it. If you get a short HDMI wire, this won't be in the way at all. You do have to kind of contend with the dummy battery wire, but the dummy wire is super important for the battery. So you just tie it up a certain way, however, keep it out of your way. Make it work for you because it is extremely, extremely useful and versatile. This is a great overall monitor, definitely for the price point. I don't think you can go wrong. I think it's a definite go. They don't give you a battery with it. I think that's a con. I really wish they would at least give you some sort of power source with it, one of the batteries. a DC plug, something. Also, they didn't give me any wire that's compatible with my Canon camera. Luckily, I had a bunch of them. Pretty much just getting the monitor, one wire for if you have a Sony camera. Oh, and the L-mount bracket in the hood, but you know, obviously that's standard. Other than that, this is a great monitor, a lot of different features, very clear, very bright, very light, and it's just a joy to work with. Definitely check this out. I will leave a link in the description. Any comments, any questions, anything I might have missed, let me know. I'll leave it, you know, I'll answer the questions in the comment section. Until next time, stay focused, stay fit. Please hit that like button, show your support. Definitely hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted the next time something like this pops up on the radar. Salute.